Okay, what I'm going to be doing is taking this picture of this '89 Mustang, my beloved Jim Junkyard Mustang, and doing an outline for a Fox body project that I'm doing, and I'm going to use Autotrace and Solidworks to do that, and I'm going to take you through the steps to get there. So the first thing is you want to start with a pretty decent picture. The quality's not that big a deal. You want to make sure the background doesn't have a lot of stuff in it because we're going to use a background remover on here to get rid of that, right? And anything that we see that we need to fix, like this tire's kind of covered, we're going to come back and redraw that out in our outline, because essentially what it does, it makes a sketch, and then I can just move the lines and all that, and if I want to add body lines in it or anything else, I can do it, or put logos on. We're going to go through all that, but I'll show you the basic stuff first here. So start with a picture. What I do is I go to background remover that I close because I did this video recording and it did not. I don't know why it's been weird. I just typed that in. But anyways, we got that right there, and let me get my folder open. Now what happened, it recorded the picture and it wasn't recording screen, it's recording picture. So I went through this whole video trying to point at stuff, and it just showed the picture of the car. So that's what we get. You can download it. You can download it HD if you want to. The other thing, you see the Canva up here. I actually am going to use Canva on this project. Canva does have the ability to background remove, but not for free. So I've gone into image right here. I've added a little bit of clarification and everything on there. Did a little bit of editing just to make sure that I can see the body lines. Because once we upload this, if I want to add a body line, I want to make sure I can see that line and the glass and all that stuff, right? I've also added a yellow background to it, or outline to it, which Canva does really good on that, and I can adjust that and everything. And the reason I do yellow is because even though it's a transparent background, whenever I do Solidworks, that didn't want to pop up, there we go, little ahead here, so because I did the video and it didn't record anything. So we're just going to start from scratch. You see kind of where we're going with it, right? And that's one thing we did, and because of that outline, it traced it like that, but it's a sketch. I could delete the inside line and then I have a solid piece. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this and start from scratch. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need to get the picture uploaded, so we need to have that command loaded to do that, and that is not the right button to do that. Customize, commands, it's under sketch, and it looks like the little picture right there. Sketch picture. Alright, so I already have mine loaded up for that. I'm going to put it in top plane. Before we do that, we need to go in and go to add-ins where it says Autotrace. Make sure you have it clicked, and if you wanted to do that on startup, click it there, and it'll save you some time if you're doing this more than once, and you don't have to chase it down, right? So we're going to go ahead and do our top plane. We're going to do our sketch. We're going to click our sketch picture. I'm going to find the picture I want because that's fiddling with stuff, because I thought it was going to work and it didn't work. So you see it comes in with a black background on there. So our transparency, just click from file, but it still thinks it's a black background. So to trace, you got your little arrow right here that's now enabled. I've already done it. You just select the color. That's why we made it yellow, because it's contrasts pretty good. And then you go in and I am not going to move these because I did that last time and it messed it up. So I finally got the setting, but you can move your color tolerance and I'll change these lines, and recognition tolerance, and I'll change those lines. So we're looking pretty good there, I do believe. Might make me do it again. Yes, it made me do it again anyway. So this setup, it's done a double line, and it went all the way around because of the thickness of the line. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it to sketch. We have something at this moment. Just click save, and you're done. And it didn't finish this line here, but that's not a big deal. We're just going to go in, and it's jacking with me. You see it's jacking with me. We're just going to go in. Oh, it has it there. Oh, okay. I just didn't see it. But we could remove this little segment right here and then just put a nice circle in there, radius, and then you can just kind of sketch it in because you can see the image back there, and you can turn the image on and off if you want to, if you click down right there. Forgot how you do it, but you can turn that on and off. It might be a setting. I like leave it alone because I can come in and do all my body lines and everything in there, cut the windows out, and make something pretty cool. Like we could come in here and delete all of those right there if we wanted to, but just to show you, to get back where we were, right there, extruded, sure, why not? And there we are. But that's because it's double walled if you wanted that. Or again, you could get rid of some of that. But that's how you get it loaded in, and then you spend the rest of your time trying to, clean these sharp edges and all that. And what you end up with is something like the Dodge truck right here that I've gone in and did all the cutouts, and then I did another cut extrude after that extrusion. If I can click the right button. That you see, that's just like a little inset in there, right? So I'm not cutting all the way through, so I keep my strength for the 3D print, but it does have the defining line. Now, I don't have that version loaded up in my Bamboo Labs, but this is what you can do in Bamboo Labs, and it comes in kind of big or whatever, but you just click your scale right here, and you can type in the width or whatever you want for your final size, right? I think you can also change thickness in there too, but that's kind of how that works right there. And then it can be 3D printed, and it looks pretty much like that. It's pretty cool is what I found out. That's way better than trying to do this, tracing it in MS Paint or something, right?